10 years after effectively greenlighting shoplifting, Commiefornia goes full circle and starts fighting retail crime. Finally, who would have thought? Who would have thought by allowing people to run in his stores and steal almost $1,000 worth of merchandise, and have absolutely no repercussions for it? Who would have thought that would have ended up ended up as a terrible idea? I mean, only if someone could have said that from before they put it on a ballot. Only if someone could have said, "Hey, maybe this is not a good idea. Maybe we'll be inviting more crime." People said that. Everyone knew that 10 years ago when they came up with this dumb idea. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about their pulling back on this dumb law. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. Also, follow me on X, where I put my news and thoughts throughout the day there as well. All right, so let's talk about this news now. This comes from the Liberty Daily by way of Zero Hedge, Tyler Durden. He reports that it's called blowback. Several years after California passed Proposition 47, which reclassified felony theft offenses as misdemeanors, crazy, stupid, and effectively greenlit shoplifting of items below $950, the retail industry had enough, and the same state that idiotically, sorry, I do not know that word, idiotically tried to give minorities a backhanded reparations by encouraging their petty theft with the tongue-in-cheek promise of not prosecuting it. The state has seen countless retailers flee, social cohesion collapse, crime explode, and after a decade of Prop 47, the circle is complete as California just enacted a package of bills to fight the very same retail crime it initially encouraged. I mean, this is crazy. This is democratic logic. This is liberal logic for you right here in a nutshell. As Retail Drive reports, with Governor Gavin Newsom signing a package of 10 bills last week, California has a new suite of tools to fight organized retail crime and other property theft while holding on to criminal justice reforms that the government says have clamped down on recidivism and saved the state billions. According to Newsom, the California Retailers Association was instrumental in developing the package and getting it to his desk, or more accurately, a makeshift work surface set up at a Home Depot location in San Jose. CRA President Rachel Michelin, speaking alongside the governor and several other stakeholders, said work on the legislation was cooperative, but that the problem was brought to legislative leaders and law enforcement by retailers. Quote, "We work collaboratively, and I'll say I was able to rethink the way I approach this issue. I think I was able to have them rethink how they approach this issue," Michelin said. "Retailers have never been about mass incarceration or that type of mentality. We've always wanted to be part of the solution." Whatever that means. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I'm gonna be honest. Someone steal my stuff, I want their ass locked up. I don't I don't care anything about none of that stuff. I mean, they're just trying to be politically correct in that. You know, you in California, you have to say that, I'm guessing. But the new legislation tackles not just retail theft, but also other property theft and damage, including auto theft. Broadly speaking, related to retail crime, the law focuses on online marketplaces and repeat offenders, give law enforcement and prosecutors more leeway, and puts cargo theft in focus. The National Retail Federation of Retail Industry Leaders Association, which have both focused on retail crime in recent years, declined to comment on the new law, referring Retail Dive to the CRA. Specifically, per a fact sheet from the governor's office, under the legislation, this is what they propose. Prosecutors can handle the value of stolen property from different retailers or jurisdictions to reach the $950 felony grand theft threshold. Thefts and related offenses from different counties can be tried together. So if you go to one county and you still up to $950, and then go to another county and still up to $950, you can be it can be charged as felony grand theft. So they'll put those two county crimes together. A person can be arrested for shoplifting even if an officer didn't witness the act. That's good. Someone say, hey, they stole my stuff. The officer can grab them, arrest them, and investigate. Probation for shoplifting or petty theft is extended from 1 year to 2. Courts can issue, quote, retail theft restraining orders that would ban anyone convicted of organized retail crime, shoplifting, theft, vandalism, or assault of a retail employee from entering the establishment for up to 2 years. And most states already have these things on the books. Retailers can't be cited or fined for repeated theft reports. So you used to could be fined. What? For making reports? That is crazy. I didn't know that was in their old law. Anyone possessing more than $950 of stolen goods with intent to sell, exchange, or return the goods now face up to 3 years in jail, and prosecutors needn't prove the defendants knew the goods were stolen. Wow. Sentencing is enhanced for large-scale resale property. Online marketplaces must collect information on high-volume third-party sellers. I don't know how the online platforms are gonna have to comply with California's law. But the state's existing organized retail theft law and its regional property crime task forces, which were scheduled to sunset, were made permanent. Cargo theft, as related to retail crime, now includes railroads, according to Michelin. And I think this is a step in the right direction. I think if you have habitual offenses, you should get more than just 2 years, really, because it shows that you haven't learned your lesson. But quote, all of these things in this package is going to help retailers, law enforcement, and district attorneys be able to provide the consequences for the behaviors that we need to make sure people don't continue to doing this behavior, which is what we've always needed, Michelin said. The new legislation doesn't go as far as Prop 36, a referendum that California voters will consider in November, in stiffening penalties for retail theft. And that was my point. I think the penalties need to be a little bit longer. But the detail gaining the most attention and even some notoriety in the 2024 presidential election is that California now categorizes thefts of goods worth less than $950 as misdemeanors. And the punchline, Prop 36 would recharacterize lower level theft as a felony for people with prior convictions and allow more extensive prison sentences. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think there's any hope for California yet? I still don't believe so. But y'all leave y'all comments down below, like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.